Okay, what is up world? How you guys doing today? I want to thank everybody for coming in and checking out this video. A little comparison between two different products. Something I normally don't do. This is a photography related channel for the most part. But if you do like photography and you do like some of the things that I talk about here, go ahead and check out my channel. I'd appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it even more. So till then, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first off, I'd like to talk about two things. I usually don't do comparison videos or verses or anything like that, but it has a little bit to do with photography in a lot of ways. And for instance, you know, we use circular polarizers and stuff like that for our photography, and it makes a world of difference. I mean, it's something that you can't replicate in Photoshop or editing or anything like that. And if you don't know, basically what it does is it takes the glare off of certain things, off of anything, whether it's a car, water, foliage, asphalt has a lot of shell and stuff like that that reflects a lot of light, so it'll take the glare off of that, as a matter of fact. So they're good for driving, they're good for a lot of things. I do believe that they're good for photography as well. So we put a lot of money into our equipment for photography. We'll buy a lens, a $1,500 lens, and we put the best possible filters on it that we're going to use to achieve the best results, the most clarity, the clearest picture. But we don't really do it for our eyes all the time. I see a lot of people, a lot of photographers out there don't even wear sunglasses. And if they do, they usually wear brands that don't really specialize in polarization or just a high quality. And it's not necessarily that it's a lack of high quality, it's names that I don't know, so I have to assume that it's kind of an off-brand or something like that. We don't really put a lot of time into the most important lenses, which is our eyes. Quite a wide angle lens at that, but we don't put a lot into that as far as protecting them and getting the best out of it that we can. A good pair of polarized sunglasses is going to allow you to do that. It's going to let you see the most. It's going to let you get the most out of your vision. So as you can see in the description, the two pairs that I really like is Costa Del Mar and Maui Jim. I am a slight biased towards Costa Del Mar because that's the first pair I got, and I've used them extensively for a long period of time, and I love those glasses. The Maui Jims, I'm going to go over that as well. They're great, hands down. First off, just a little bit about the two. If you don't know, Costa Del Mar, it's a Florida-based company. They're out of Daytona Beach. They started in about 1983. They're a subsidiary of a company out of Europe, and I'm not sure exactly what country they're from or the name, but I will put the name up here so you can maybe research that yourself. But it's a very high-quality designer sunglass company out of Europe. And they picked up the name and they picked up the brand for Costa Del Mar, or they might even have created it as a subsidiary, as their own company, just for a different line of sporting glasses, and a very high quality sporting glass at that. Maui Jim, great company. They started in 1980, 3 years before Costa Del Mar, if that matters. They have a little bit more experience in it, but it took them a little bit to get going. It started in Maui, Hawaii, from a gentleman named Jim. I forget his last name, but maybe I'll put it up here. And he just basically started making sunglasses for his friends that just wanted to see better out surfing, and it went through multiple companies, and it started in Maui. Now they're made in Peoria, Illinois, I believe, and it got picked up, and they've made better products throughout the years as they switch companies. It's gotten better and better and better. So first off, I want to go ahead and take a look here real quick. Actually, I want to sit here and show you guys the first pair. Alright, so these I absolutely love. These are my Costa Del Mars. Phantom is the name of the model. They still make them. I bought these in 2009, so I have had them 11 years. It's 2020 now. They have held up absolutely great. They are fogging up a little bit because it is kind of hot. I'm in my garage, as you can see, but it's a little muggy and it's not too hot outside. But anyway, these are great glasses. I'm not going to talk too much about the models. I'm going to talk more about Costa versus Maui Jim. So these Costas, there's a couple good things about them and a couple bad things about them. First of all, the bad things. If I can show you, I don't know if you're going to be able to see too good. Excuse my dirty hands. Just got off of work, so. The construction's pretty good. The lenses in them, first off, are mounted extremely solid. A lot of the cheaper glasses that you can get like when you're cleaning them and stuff like that, you'll get them moving and kind of popping a little bit, and I've noticed that a lot, mostly with the cheaper glasses. These ones, solidly mounted. The arms on it are fairly solid, yet like I showed you, the hinge on it, I've heard some complaints about, and rightfully so at that. It's just basically two plastic tabs going into one with a screw going between those. One screw, it's all plastic, it's poly. Not really the best. These ones here, you know, I mean, they still have quite a bit of friction with them. I did have them tightened up once at a local dealer, Bass Pro Shops. They had the tool, the little jeweler's tool, and they just gave it a little bit of tightening on it. I had one that came loose. This pair I've sent back 2 times, given this has been 11 years, but I have sent them back 2 times. The first time, these, if you can see the curve on that, basically they flattened out. They completely went straight on the back, and I talked to Costa Del Mar about it. They said that's absolutely not supposed to happen. Go ahead and send them in. It's pretty quick. Their customer service is great. You have to go through a little bit of a process, filling out forms, pack a form in the box that you send it to them with, but they were fairly quick. I think it was about 2 weeks to send them all the way from Arizona to Florida, have them fix it, and then send it back. So free of charge. They didn't charge me anything for it. They paid for the postage on the shipping for me to get it out there, and obviously them to ship it to me, which was no problem. So everything was 100% free on it, and I got my arms fixed. The second time, that hinge that I was talking about, the cheaper hinge, broke. It actually did break. So I was a little bummed out about that. The whole thing just kind of came off of the side, and I'm like, what the hell, you know? Again, I sent it back. It was the frame part that actually broke on it, and so I needed a new frame up front to get that fixed. I already had new arms. The arms were fine, but I had to get the frame. I did have a little chip, like in this one here. I don't know if you can see it. I do have a little tiny chip. I'm super anal about clarity on it. So I told him, you know what, go ahead, let's replace the lenses, replace the frame. I'll keep the new arms. And essentially for about $95, I got a brand new pair of Costas after about 8 years or so. Cannot complain about that at all. And again, the customer service and the whole experience with it all was great. I originally got these because I lived in Florida. I did a whole lot of fishing, and I was outdoors almost all day long. The blue tint on here really helped with the fishing out in Florida. The water's kind of blue, and you have to remember that the tint of the glasses on the outside, the mirror, it looks cool, sure. You can get the colors that you want. And this is actually kind of a greenish blue. I'll show you real quick. This is the greenish blue. This is blue. So it is a little bit different. And the waters that I fished out there were a greenish blue. And what this is going to do is this is the light that's reflecting off of my vision. So everything that you see up here is colors that are going to be bounced off, and you're not going to see those colors as much. It's going to be a little bit muted. So the opposite of this color is going to be a purplish red, I believe, as in a negative. So those are the colors that are going to become a little more vibrant. So just kind of an FYI, doesn't really have to do much about this. But if you are looking for a pair of glasses and you're looking for a certain color, get the color that's going to fit you and do something good for your vision. I'll show you here in a little bit, but the actual color that I'm seeing has a little bit of a tint in it, just to kind of help out Arizona. It's a lot of browns, yellows, dark greens, reds, stuff like that. Not so much for the blues and stuff like that. So the reflectivity helps, plus the tint in the lens helps as well. When I got the new lenses installed, well, the lady at the customer service mentioned that they don't have the 560G glass anymore. They have the 580. And one option that came with the 580 that she offered me, I don't know if it was custom or if it's something that they do, but I haven't heard about it in any of the stores. She offered to have a layer of bronze put in between the laminated layers on the glass to give it a little more vibrancy for Arizona. Because I told her I moved from Florida to Arizona. She kind of laughed about it, but we had to laugh about it. But anyway, so I've got this, I've got the tint, plus I have the bronze in there. I absolutely love these lenses. I love this glass. And on a photography point of view, it really just it helps me out a lot when I'm out there walking around. The hardest thing I believe in photography is seeing. And not physically seeing, but being able to see an image before you take it. You know, to be able to see a foreground, a background, and stuff like that, and compositions kind of come to you. For some reason, having a nice pair of sunglasses helps me out with that. It turns the colors a little bit. It lets me see in a little different light, if you will. But it definitely does help me out with creativity, so to speak. So with that note, another complaint that a lot of people have on these is there is a rubber, here, if you'll be able to see it, right in here is a rubber kind of coating that a lot of people have peel off. I have not had that problem yet. They've stayed on perfect the whole time. I'm not sure what people are sweating and what they're eating, but it's peeling these side pieces off right here, and they're having an issue with that. So that's the only issue with it. Yeah, I would like to say that the glass on here is just absolutely phenomenal. The quality of the glass, the clarity of the glass, the polarization, just can't really be touched. And I'll see if I can do a little demonstration for you in a little bit here on that. The sun's going down, it helps to have brighter light, but I'll show you the difference in polarization. So that's about it with those. Maui Jims. Okay, so not even sure if any of that recorded. But these are the Maui Jims. I absolutely love these glasses. It's a great quality pair of sunglasses. I really have no complaints at all about them. I love the way they look. I love that logo. And if I can get it on some dark. Yeah. And that logo too. Great pair of sunglasses. I think there's a lot more variety. They have 350 different choices for sunglasses. So male, female, poly lenses, glass lenses, sporting, fashion, whatever you want, they're going to have it. When Maui first started, they came out with, I believe it's called the titanium. Super light. It just had a band of titanium going around and super thin glasses. Didn't really care for those. Very kind of Justin Timberlake stylish kind of. No, I didn't do it, so I ended up getting my Costas. Costa had way better looking sunglasses at start in the beginning. But Maui's definitely picked up their game. These ones, I forget the name of them. It's, if I can see it, P-E-A-H-I is the name of it. Piea or whatever. I've heard people pronounce it, but that's what these are. Great pair of sunglasses. Again, I can't say it enough. The best thing, well, I do like the logos and stuff like that, but if you look here, the problem with the Costa Del Mars was that hinge. This has an excellent stainless steel hinge on it. The arms on here are just, they seem like high quality. They're very stiff. And the frame and everything just seems like a higher quality than Costa Del Mar. I think they definitely win in the quality department, no doubt about it. So the one problem I had, I took the chance when I bought these. I wasn't completely sold on them yet. And actually my girlfriend bought them as a Christmas present. I picked them out and thanks, love you babe. So one problem I had with them is they're really tight back here from the spring loading. Wasn't sure if I was going to get used to it or not. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it after I wore them, but I took my time inside and decided to go ahead and get them. I think they did loosen up just a little bit and they are extremely comfortable now. Barely notice it. Both of these pairs of sunglasses do have glass. It's the 580G for the Costas, and this is the Polar 2 Pro. I'll put it up here, the actual name of it, but I'm not positive on the name, but it's also a super light glass. I've had cheaper in the $50 to $100 range glass polarized glasses before, and they're much heavier than both of these pairs. These, I don't really notice it. My girlfriend got poly because she just doesn't like the weight of glass, so that made a difference for her. For me, I don't really notice the difference, and I love them. They both sit really nice on the bridge of my nose and very comfortable, so no complaints on that. The only negative I can really say about this is I think the polarization is a little bit, just a hair, subpar of the Costa Del Mar. And with that, the clarity is just a hair less than Costa Del Mar. They just seem, the Costas seem a little bit more clear, and these are a little bit better construction and, dare I say, a little bit more comfortable. I love the comfort of the Costas as well, but yeah, both very comfortable glasses. The biggest part of getting a pair of sunglasses like this though, and one of the most important things, two of the most important things, one, clarity, no doubt about it. They're both very clear, clearer than about anything else that you're going to get. And apples to apples, it's, I mean, it's a very close race. I'm sure if maybe I really thought about it in a month from now, I can almost say that the Maui Jims are more clear. But I kind of doubt it. There's a little bit of artifacting in a way, very slightly, that just slightly changes the vision, and I cannot even really put a pinpoint on it. But I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an example of what these are like to look through, and the polarization on it. And as you know, anybody that's a photographer with a circular polarizer, you can twist it and affect the amount of polarization. Well, it's the exact same thing with sunglasses. You can do this and twist them, and it's just like twisting a circular polarizer. So it's no different. It's most effective looking directly towards the sun. With a circular polarizer on a camera, it's at 90 degrees to get your best polarization. So I believe it's the same with these. You can't really notice it too much at 90 degrees, but let's go ahead and take a look at the differences between the polarization on both of these pairs of sunglasses. Okay, so I actually had to turn the microphone around, but first off, I'm going to go ahead, since I have these, I'm going to show you the Maui Jims. So putting it up here, that is going to be regular. And if you look at the light spot in the middle of the road there, you'll see how it gets quite a bit darker as I twist them. So it's going to lighten it up. Which is canceling a little bit of the polarization and then darkening it up. So this will also give you quite the idea on what the vision is like looking through these. Now I'm not sure at all if this is going to come through, but you can see the vibrancy coming through in the sky. And there's that. And it just seems like it cancels it out a little bit better. it's a little bit smoother maybe. Okay, so maybe that was a good or a bad experiment. I don't know. Outside, I was really hoping to get a little more sunlight. I wasted a little bit too much time. It's very, very effective at about noon, which is basically going to be that 90 degree from the sun when you're looking straight, 90 degrees up. Very, very effective. They're both really top notch. It's just minute little differences that I would say puts the Costa just a hair above the Maui Jims. Both excellent, but it's really a tough call. It really is. I would have to lean a little bit more towards the quality of the glass in these Costa Del Mars, because that's really what you get it for. When you're spending the money on these, you want to get the clarity and you want to get good polarization on it. That is above fashion or style or looks or anything like that. For me, that's the way I look at it. I want the functionality out of a pair like this. So both of these pairs retail for about $250. Unfortunately, when I got mine, they were still pretty new. I paid $350 for these, and I was extremely happy with that purchase. It was a little gut-wrenching to spend that much money on a pair of sunglasses because I was spending $20, $25 on pairs, or even down to $7 for a pair of polarized glasses just to be able to see a little bit better. So right now they're both sitting at about $250 for the glass. You can get these in poly down to about $199, $179, and of course any style. So I would definitely say go ahead and go to a sunglass dealer. Go to a Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, Sunglass Hut, anybody that carries both of these brands. Try them on. Put them on, walk around for about 5 minutes or so, see how they feel, see how it looks. The bad thing is you can't walk outside. You know, you can't really test what these sunglasses are really made for until you already purchase them. So that kind of sucks. So maybe that's one reason I wanted to do this video and maybe give you a little bit of what it's like in the vision with it outside. I wish the sun was a little bit better, but it's not. Can't go wrong with either of them. I want to show you real quick. They gave me a case with each, obviously. This is the Costa case. It's got Costa emblems all over it. Hard case, great case. They also gave me a microfiber cloth that you get with everything. And then this one is the Maui Jim. It is not the right case for the sunglasses, I can guarantee it. The lady that sold them to me didn't really know a whole lot. She didn't seem to know a whole lot about these sunglasses or any of the sunglasses for that matter. And she just pieced this case together. It's not a good fit for it, but it works. Got a microfiber cloth with that as well. But any pair of quality sunglasses, you are getting a hard case with it. If you don't, go somewhere else. So I guess in the conclusion, on the photography side of it, it definitely helps you see a little bit better when you might not normally be able to see. It changes your perspective a little bit. It lets you see vibrant colors that you're able to pull out from a raw file in Photoshop and Lightroom and stuff like that, and get the vision that you see with your sunglasses. It gives you a little bit of an edge, I believe, personally. Outside of photography, and everybody for that fact, protect your eyes. Get anything. Just about every single pair of sunglasses out there is a 99.999 whatever percent UV protectant, so that's going to protect your eyes. Get something not too dark to where you're going to enjoy wearing them and it's not going to be too bad. Get something polarized. A good polarization is really, really good. You can get Walmart, in the fishing department at Walmart, you can get polarized sunglasses like Strike King, Tsunami, different brands. They're like $7, $8, $9. They still work, but you'll notice like when I was twisting the sunglasses, you get all kinds of crazy things that go on there. So they do work. They're not very good, but it's better than nothing. Absolutely better than nothing. So, oh yeah, one other thing I would like to give a big, big plus to Maui Jim. Let me show you real quick. I'll take these off. And I really doubt that you're going to see them, and it's one thing that's kept me away from Maui Jim for many, many years. and that is that they are gradient sunglasses. So the tint on them goes dark, light, dark. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on here. Maybe a little bit right in there. But these are gradient. They have two different types of gradient. They have a bigradient and a trigradient. The trigradient is 1, 2, 3. The bigradient is dark and then it fades to light. That's more the stylish look and stuff like that. She was saying these were the trigradient, and I tried them on. I didn't believe her because, I mean, sitting here looking at them, you might be able to see. It's kind of hard, but it took me a long time to actually be able to see the gradient in here. And looking through the sunglasses, zero. You cannot tell. It might be a light gradient or something like that, but extremely impressed. And I think what the gradient does, at least for me, is having that little bit of lighter strip going directly in the middle of the sunglasses just brightens everything up a little bit. And with that brightening, I think it creates a little bit of clarity. It might be a perception of clarity, or it might just be clear. You know, usually whenever you get a clear piece of glass, less tinted piece of glass is going to become more clear. And the more you affect that glass, the less clarity it's going to have. That's pretty much that way with camera filters or anything like that. So very, very, very impressed with these. The gradient on it is just unbelievably good, top notch, extremely clear for that matter. Okay, so like I was saying, I mean, even if you can't afford the $250 glasses, but you probably are thinking about it if you're watching this video. You're thinking about a Maui Jim or a Costa Del Mar. Either one's going to be great. Either one is an absolutely fantastic pair of sunglasses and hands above anything else as far as quality of vision. You're going to get a little bit better styles. Everybody loves Oakley. Everybody loves Ray-Ban. If you like that style, by all means, get that style. If you want quality in your vision, you want to protect your eyes, you want to see nice and clear and take a lot of that glare out. Really, there's only two competitors out there, Maui, Costa. Go ahead and Google it. Google the clearest pair of sunglasses. Google the best polarization in sunglasses. And, you know, do your own research. See what pops up. It's going to be these two. And it's a Chevy Ford battle. You know, half the people like Maui, half the people like Costa. There isn't really a clear winner. Me personally, I got to be slightly biased with it. I believe that the glass is a little bit more clear in the Costa Del Mars. I am completely happy with both of them. I'm going to give the edge a little bit to Costa, even though that the quality and the build quality is better with the Maui Jims. I'm going to go with the Costas on it. So thanks for watching this video. If you like it, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend, share it, send a pigeon, anything that you like. Thanks for watching.